Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. My name is Sateria and today's video is going to be a story time. Okay, so a couple things. First, if you guys would like to see a makeup tutorial on this look, let me know down below in the comment section. I think I'm going to do it anyway because I like the way that it turned out. So if you guys would like to see it, just let me know, but I think I'm still going to film it anyway, so be on the lookout for a makeup tutorial. And the second thing, I purchased a camera last weekend, and the quality, I watched some reviews on the camera, and I also watched some vlogs of other people that use the camera, and it seemed fine. But when I filmed the get to know me tag, I didn't really like the quality too much, and I think that lighting played a part in that as well. But I just feel like if I'm going to do something, then I'm going to do it right, and I wanted to get a better camera for you guys. So I did purchase another camera. I took the other one back, so I did take that camera back and I purchased another camera, and hopefully that will be here by the end of next week. So by Friday hopefully it'll be here, and then I'll have a new video up for you guys next weekend using that camera. So I just wanted to throw that out there. So yes, I am using the webcam on my laptop again, but I promise, I'm not sure, but hopefully this is the last time that I have to use my webcam camera. I did purchase another one though, so just to throw that out there. I actually really like the way my makeup turned out. Okay, so today's video, like I said, is going to be a story time video, and today is Saturday, and this is a story from Thursday. So this is a fairly new story. Thursday, I get off work at 6 p.m. and it usually takes around 35 to 40 minutes with traffic to get home. So I am on the expressway. I'm on my way straight from work to the meeting that I had on campus. I've never been to the building on campus that we were supposed to meet, which was so silly of me. I should have researched the building first, but I finally found the building. It's already 7, and like I said, the meeting started at 7. So I had to find somewhere to park. Now I don't have a parking decal because my apartments provide a shuttle for you to take to campus. So instead of driving to campus and paying for a parking decal, I just take the shuttle. They said to park by some arts building or something. I couldn't park there because I don't have a decal. So I had to find a parking garage. So I'm driving around, I find a parking garage, I get to the parking garage and I park at the first spot that I see. So I park here, and the meter to get the ticket is here. So I'm like, ugh, I'm already late, so let me just drive closer. So I park closer to the meter. I have my $10 bill. I'm ready to pay. I get there, and it says no change given. What? Now, I don't care how important this meeting was or how important I thought it was. I'm not paying $10 to park for 2 hours. I go back to my car. I get my coin pouch. So I'm just pulling out all types of coins, like quarters, nickels, dimes. I try to put some pennies in there. They don't take pennies. What? I don't know why meters don't take pennies. I don't know why vending machines don't take pennies. It's still money. It didn't take the pennies. So now I have to use my card because I'm not putting $10 in there. So I think I got it to I only had to pay $110. I think it was $110 left. I had no more change. So I had to use my card. I used my card. The sticker says it's an evening pass, so it was good until 11:59 p.m. So I'm like, okay, cool, fine. Put it in my dashboard, and I'm running over, not really running, but I go over to the meeting, and I'm late. So I see this girl, and she's also late. So I'm like, okay, cool, I'm not the only late person. So we go to... we're talking in line, oh yeah, I'm late, I didn't know where to park, I just came from work. She's like, yeah, I just got off, I came straight from work also, so I ran into some traffic, that's why I'm late. We get there and we were seated at different tables, so I wasn't sitting with the girl that I had met in line. I get to the social, everyone introduces themselves, and we played a couple games. The evening was over, so we socialized a little bit, and it was time to go. I saw the girl that I had met in line. I saw her again after. I was like, well, how did it go? And we were just talking about the meeting, and we're walking to the cars. I was like, where did you park? And she's like, I parked at the arts building where they told everyone to park. So I was like, oh, okay, I don't have a decal, so I didn't park there, so I just parked in the garage. And she was like, oh, which garage? And I said garage H. Now, keep in mind, I have horrible sense of direction. My sense of direction is legitimately probably the worst in the whole entire United States. I have a horrible sense of direction. When I left out of the parking garage, I made sure that I looked at it and I saw a big fat H. I saw an H. I know that I parked in garage H. I told her, I'm like, yeah, I think I parked in garage H. She was like, did you? She's like, that is so far. She's like, you sure you didn't park at I? And I was like, well, I don't know, maybe, because I also have poor memory. So on top of me not having a sense of direction, I also have poor memory. Well, you know, maybe it was I. They kind of look alike when you turn it a little. Okay, yeah. Anyway, that was her car. So it was like, we was like, okay, good night. Hola. I get to a garage, the first garage that I see, and it's garage I. And I'm like, okay, you know, I didn't walk that far. The walk didn't seem that far. So maybe I did park in I. I get in I and I looked at it. I parked on the first floor because, mind you, all of the meters are always on the first floor. So I know I was on the first floor. Or are they? Maybe all of them aren't, but I was on the first floor. Okay, I remember being on the first floor. I get in garage I and I'm like, no, this is definitely not it. This is not where I parked. So my mom had called me while I was in the social, and I called her back. So I'm like, hey, and then she's like, oh yeah, what's up? And I was like, I'm leaving campus. Well, I'm on campus. I'm trying to find my car. And she's like, what do you mean? I was like, well, I parked in garage H, but the garage that I'm at right now is not H. So I need to find garage H. And then I was like, you know, I'll just call you back. Let me pull up the campus map on my phone, and I'll call you back. She's like, yeah, make sure you call me when you get in the car. Okay, bye. I pull up garage H on the campus map. I'm walking to the garage. I get to garage H and I'm like, this looks familiar. This is very familiar, but there's no car. It had to be H because something in my mind told me when the girl asked me what garage did I park at, I said H because I knew that's what I had saw. So I get to H and there's no car, and I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So I call my mom, like, they freaking towed my car. They towed my car. She's like, what? Why would they tow your car? Did you not park where you were supposed to park? I'm like, yeah, I paid for a parking ticket. It told me until 11:59. So I don't know why would they tow my car. So there's like emergency posts all in the garage, and I clicked one. So a guy answers, and I'm like, so I clicked on the emergency button, and the guy answers, and he's like, you know, how may I help you? And I was like, yeah, I'm in the garage and my car is not here. I paid for a ticket. It was it's not over until the ticket is valid until 11:59. So I don't know why my car would be towed, but my car was towed. And then he's like, oh, you know, where are you? Which garage? Which floor? What kind of car you have? Make, model, and all of that. And then I told him, so I gave him everything, and he's like, okay, we'll send somebody down there. So I'm sitting on the phone with my mom, and I'm like, this is so ridiculous. Like, why would they tow my car? They have no reason to tow my car because I bought a parking ticket. As I'm looking, like, you know, like when you're frantic, you're just like moving around. You can't stay still. So I'm looking, I'm just walking to like towards the meter, and I see it says C permits only. So I'm like, oh, they towed my car because I don't have a C permit. But I didn't tell my mom this. I didn't tell my mom this. I was just like, dang, I parked in the wrong spot. I mean, I was ready to pay. I was ready to pay to get my car back. I just wanted my car back. I'm still on the phone with my mom. She's like not really saying anything. I'm just sitting there because, you know, it's like 10:30 at night. It's dark. I'm in a parking garage, okay? You know, so my mom is just sitting on the phone. Then I see these guys, and they were like skateboarding through the parking garage. So I'm like, I don't know about this. So I got my keys. I wish I had like my keys to show you guys. I have my keys in my hand like this, and I'm just waiting, and I'm ready because I'm like, I am a girl. I'm in the parking lot with like 6 guys, and they're in here riding skateboards. I don't know what they're capable of, so I was ready. Okay, I'm like, you know what, let me just call the emergency button again. So I press the emergency button. I'm like, hey, you know, it's 10:30. I'm a female. It's dark outside. I'm not comfortable in this parking garage. So what is the ETA on the cop that's supposed to be coming? Now, I probably had called them probably like 5 minutes ago, literally, but it felt like 20. It was a lady this time. forgot to mention. So it was a lady this time, and she was like, oh yeah, you called about your car being stolen. And I was like, what? I didn't say my car was stolen. I never used the word stolen. I said that I think my car was towed. And then she's like, oh, well, now you're saying, at first you were saying that it was stolen, but now you're saying that it's towed. I was like, I never said my car was stolen. I said that my car was towed. And I was like, you know what, just where is the cop that's supposed to be here? I'll talk to him when he gets here, because apparently you guys cannot hear me over this intercom well. She's like, oh no, I hear you perfectly fine. I didn't hear anything else. I saw the cop pulling up, so I just walked away from that. She's like, hello, hello, skirt. I don't want to talk to you anymore, because now you're trying to tell me I said something that I didn't say. The cop comes and he's like, oh, you know, what's going on? And I was like, I went to this social on campus, and he's like, oh, he was like, where was it? And I told him where it was. He's like, oh, are you sure you didn't park in Garage I? Because I think Garage I is closer to that building. And I'm like, no, I checked Garage I. It wasn't Garage I remember it being H. And then he's like, oh, are you new here? I'm like, yeah, I'm new here. And he's like, yeah, it happens a lot. He's like, you think you parked in one place and you really parked in somewhere else. And then he's like, we haven't had any cars. He's like, what time did you get here? And I was like, around 7, like a little bit after 7. He's like, well, we haven't had any cars towed since 6. So now, in my mind, you haven't had any cars towed since 6. My car is not here. So that means my car was stolen. So I'm like, are you serious? He was like, let me just drive around and look around. He was like, I'll be back. Just stay here. So now I'm on the phone with my mom. I'm panicking. I'm frantic. I'm like scared out of my mind. I start crying. Okay, I started crying. I started crying. I'm like, she's like, are you crying? I'm like,
yes, I am crying. Yes. I bought that car. That was my car. What if I have stuff in there? The school is not going to give me a new car. Like, what am I going to do? How am I going to get to work?
So I'm just like literally crying, like crying. So I see the cop driving around, and then he pulls up and he's like, hold on, wait for it. He says, you have a gray Mitsubishi, right? And I was like, yes. And the cop goes, it's on the other side of the parking garage. So I'm like, are you serious? He's like, yes, that's the only gray Mitsubishi over there. And I was like, oh my God, thank you. I was so scared, you guys. It was like the craziest thing ever. Literally, I walked in the garage right here, right? You know, there's like, okay, it's a box. It's a garage. It's a box. So there's 4 walls. So I came in here, I walked here, right? So let's just say this is a wall of the garage. If I would have just walked a little bit back this way, I would have saw my car sitting over here on the opposite side though. So if I would have walked a little bit backwards, I would have saw my car like over here. And I stopped crying and I got in my car. And I thanked the Lord for my car. And I went home and my mom was like, you can't be doing that. They're gonna think you're crazy. Like you can't be doing stuff like that. So moral of the story is to make sure that you look for something before you go accusing people of taking your stuff. Moral of the story is to park where somebody told you to park. So that way you won't even have problems trying to find your car. Moral of the story is don't panic. Because I just freaked myself out for no reason. Yeah, so that was the story of the time that my car was stolen. God forbid, of course. I actually enjoyed sitting down and talking to you guys. I kind of like these videos. I'll still do a makeup tutorial on the look that I have on right now. But I kind of like the sit down and talking kind of videos because I like to talk.
Where your ass was at, dog, when it was 1 feet. Where your ass was at, dog, then need.
There's no music playing, so I don't know why I just did that. But yeah, Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Leave me comments down below about some crazy stories that ever happened to you. Any video suggestions that you may want to see next. Like I said, my new camera should be coming by the end of next week, so you guys will be having some HD quality coming shortly. But I hope you guys still appreciate the fact that my word is my bond, and I said that I will put out a video this week, so that is what I'm doing. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said 150,000 times. Thank you so much for watching.